Hey learners, I am teacher Jessica Alcaraz Sungguad, your teacher in statistics and probability. We are in quarter 4, week 2, and for week 2, we will be talking about conducting hypothesis testing. We have 2 learning competencies for this week, which can be seen in your learning activity sheets. For the explore, you're going to identify the type of hypothesis in the following items. If it is an alternative hypothesis, determine if it is directional or non-directional. For directional, determine if it is left-tailed or right-tailed. Write your answer in your notebook and check your answer with the answer key at the end of the activity sheets. Steps in hypothesis testing. Number 1 is state the null hypothesis that is given by h sub 0 that theta is equal to theta sub 0. Number 2, choose an alternative hypothesis h sub 1 from one of the alternatives. You could have less than, greater than, or not equal. Number 3, choose a level of significance of size alpha. Number 4, select the appropriate test statistics and establish the critical region. Number 5, compute the value of the test statistics from the sample data. And number 6, your decision. Your decision could be reject the null hypothesis if the test statistic has a value in the critical region. Otherwise, you accept the null hypothesis. So the critical region can be seen uh, with the one you have computed, with the one given based on the level of significance and other matters. For if you're going to accept the null hypothesis if it is not within the critical region. We have here the table for null hypothesis, test statistics, alternative hypothesis, and critical region. So for test concerning means, we have 2 formulas. So the first one is test of hypothesis concerning means if your n is greater than or equal to 30. So our null hypothesis is mu equals mu null. So our formula is z equals mean minus mu null divided by standard deviation over square root of n. So our alternative, you could have mu less than mu null. For the critical region, that is z less than negative z sub alpha. For alternative, which is mu greater than mu null, your critical region is z greater than z sub alpha. For alternative, which is mu not equal to mu null, you have 2 critical region, that is z less than negative z sub alpha over 2 and z greater than z sub alpha over 2. For n less than 30, you have mu. For the alternative, you have mu equals mu null. Our formula or the test statistic is t equals mean minus mu null divided by s over square root of n. Take note that your v is equal to n minus 1. For mu less than mu null, which is the alternative, your critical region is t less than negative t sub alpha. For alternative, which is mu greater than mu null, your critical region is t greater than t sub alpha. For alternative, which is mu not equal to mu null, you have 2 critical regions, that is t less than negative t sub alpha over 2 and t greater than t sub alpha over 2. For this test concerning proportion, our null hypothesis is p equals mu null, and our test statistic is z equals x minus n times p sub 0 divided by square root of n times p sub 0 times q sub 0. So our alternative hypothesis of p less than p null, your critical region is z minus z sub alpha, negative z sub alpha. For p greater than p null, you have z greater than z sub alpha. For alternative, which is p not equal to p null, you have z less than negative z sub alpha over 2 and z greater than positive z sub alpha over 2. So in testing mean for large sample, that is n greater than or equal to 30, we use the first formula for sample means, and For n less than 30, we use the second formula. You have commonly used z-value for two-tailed. You have the confidence level, which is 90%. Your alpha is 0.10. Your alpha over 2 is 0.05. So our z sub alpha over 2 is positive negative 1.65. For the confidence level, which is 95%, our alpha is 0.05. So our alpha over 2 is 0.025. Our z sub alpha over 2 is positive negative 1.96. For the confidence level, which is 99%, our alpha is 0.01. So our alpha over 2 is 0.005 and z sub alpha over 2 is positive negative 2.58. For z value of one-tailed, for the confidence level, which is 90%, so our alpha is 0.10. So for the left-tailed, your z value is negative z is less than negative 1.28. For the right tail, you have z greater than 1.28. For 90% confidence level, your alpha is 0.05. So for left tail, you have z less than negative 1.65. For right tail, you have z greater than 1.65. For 99% confidence level, or alpha is 0.01. So for left tail, you have z less than negative 2.33. For right tail, you have z greater than 2.33. For the engage, you're going to determine the test statistic appropriate to the given problem. Your answer could be test for mean for large sample, test for mean for small sample, or test for proportions. So you have three items. You write your answer in your notebook and check your answer with the answer key at the end of the activity sheets. For the apply, which will serve as your assessment, choose the letter of the correct answer. You use capital letter. Write your answer on a yellow paper. So you have 10 items multiple choice test. Again, I keep on reminding you, avoid copying from others. That ends quarter 4, week 2. Thank you and God bless.